Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this yin yoga class. Today we're going to unwind and give ourselves permission to take a break from the busyness and stressfulness of our personal lives. If you're anything like me, then you may find taking breaks to be really hard. I'm the kind of person who likes to go about my day, be pretty busy, checking things off the to-do list, and I usually reach a point where I'm overexhausted because I didn't take any breaks, but I don't notice it until I reach that state. So it's taken me a long time to figure out how to take breaks and what that looks like. So if you clicked on this video, I just want to say thank you so much, and you should be super proud of yourself. Today we're going to work through some restorative therapeutic postures, holding them for a few minutes and moving gently between transitions of asanas. This class is also a part of my Heal and Grow series. No worries if you haven't been following along with this series. I'll include a link in the description box below to the playlist. But if you are following the series, this class, though may not be physically super demanding, it is mentally and emotionally one of the most challenging kinds of yoga. So if you're up for a different challenge, then grab your mat, find some clear space, maybe use a pillow as I will be. You can also use any kind of bolster or a blanket if you have that lying around. And I'll also be using a block, but it is optional today. I'll meet you lying on your tummy. So we'll make our way onto our belly. Extend your left toes towards that left corner of your mat. Extend your right toes towards your right corner. Use your palms on your mat just to lower your forehead down to your mat. Either keep your forehead on your mat, maybe turn your ear onto your mat. And extend your arms back towards your feet. Have your palms face up. Close down your eyes. I want you to invite your breath to deepen, to soften, and to slow in terms of its pace. Our breath, which is with us throughout our daily activities. And this breath often coordinates with how we're feeling. Maybe it's a little bit faster or shorter when we're stressed or busy. And when we take that time to take a break, suddenly we feel much more of an opening in our chest and heart to let that breath in and let that breath be a therapeutic, warming, medicinal substance, soothing every part of our body. Begin to blink your eyes open if you had them closed. Invite the light into your eyes. I just want to encourage you as we move into some restorative postures to do your best to acknowledge thoughts that arise. Acknowledge any time your mind may move off of your mat. That's absolutely okay. When you do acknowledge it, give yourself credit for noticing. And simply return your focus back to your breath and how it moves through your body. Bring your palms to frame your chest. Turn your forehead to your mat. On your inhale, recruit the muscles in your glutes and lower back to gently rise into a cobra. Take one breath in. And exhale, release. We'll go for 3 more of those. Inhale. Ease on up. Find a back bend. And exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Use your inhale, rise on up. And exhale, lower all the way down. This time on your inhale, rise all the way up into your upward facing dog. Take a minute here just to ease your hips, sinking them towards your mat, opening up across your collarbones. Inhale. Exhale all the way back to child's pose. Reach your palms out long, fingertips extended, forehead to your mat. I'm going to take a second in your child's pose. Just notice if you feel maybe a little energetic or like you want to move. And it's challenging. But when you notice little movements, see if you can bring those movements back to stillness and let your breath replace that movement. Inhale, rise on up of your child's pose. Now we'll get into a bit more of some stretching and actual yin holds. From your tabletop position, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Step your right foot forward. Sink into your hips. Just come on up into this hip stretch, low lunge. Once you find your hips sinking nice and deep, bring your fingertips, maybe they're grazing your mat. Drop your shoulders down, let your shoulders and neck relax. Take a breath. Shift your gaze straight out in front of you. Now gently rise on up out of the stretch. Flex your front foot. Bow your chest towards your thigh, maybe using a block here if that helps. As you bow your chest towards your thigh, find that nice hamstring stretch. And hold. And using your right fingertips here to support. And bow your head. Closing your eyes. Inhale, straightening out through your spine to rise on up. If you're using a block, just take your block to the side. Bring the bottom of your left foot, swing it around so that it comes on the inner thigh of your right foot. So now we're in a bit of a sideways fold that we're going to do here. So rather than squaring our hips to the front of our mat, we're bringing our hips, rotating them so that they face the edge. Inhale, reach your left arm up and exhale. See if you can reach through your left fingertips all the way up and over. Maybe just staying here. Maybe grabbing those right toes. You can use your right palm on your left knee if you want to find a bit more leverage to open up through that left shoulder and side body. When you find a comfortable position where you feel a gentle stretch in that left side body, you need to close your eyes. Let your legs relax, hips opening up. Deepen the breath. Gently blink your eyes open. Ever so slowly, ease on up. Take your left palm to the left corner at the back of your mat, right palm to that right corner. Pivot your hips so that you're in a tabletop position. Bend your knees, sink your hips down. Just do a nice little counter stretch in our lower back. Find a gentle back bend. Inhale. And exhale. Sit all the way back into a child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, roll on up. This time, send that left knee up between your hands at the back of your mat. Sink into your hips this time. Rising up, feeling a nice stretch to that right hip flexor. Letting your arms just kind of dangle here, a little loosey-goosey. Let your fingertips just graze your mat. Find stillness. Inhale. And exhale. Now rise on up and send that left leg out straight. Coming into a hamstring stretch. Left foot flexed. Squaring into your hips so that left hip is drawing down towards your mat. Right hip draws forward just a little bit. Find your length through the spine and neck. And on your exhale, fold, maybe again, grabbing a block here to rest an elbow on if it helps. When you find a position where the stretch is there, but it's gentle and it feels good, close your eyes. Let the mind be empty. Blink your eyes open and gently ease on up out of your hamstring stretch. From here, swing that leg around, coming through tabletop again. Bend. Blink your eyes open and gently rise on up. This time, pivot onto your right knee so that your right foot comes to meet your left inner thigh. And a nice tall spine. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over, right over your ear. And just begin to bend, reaching for that left foot. No worries if you can't grab the foot. But if you can, you may want to use it as leverage to open up more through your right side body. And when you find your comfort, close your eyes. Listen to the sound of your breath. Blink your eyes open when you're ready. And ease on up. Take your palms to the front of your mat. Pivot back on your hips. Coming through tabletop. Bend your knees. Sink your hips towards your mat. Find a back bend. And exhale, make your way back to child's pose. Now roll on through child's pose. From here, send your right knee in, coming into pigeon pose on that right side. Maybe stay here and take your pigeon, bowing your chest over your right leg. Or if you want a bit more of a stretch, maybe bring your left leg up towards your left shoulder to find a mermaid bind. But if you are in your pigeon, feel free to move that right shin so it's either close to your body, or for a deeper stretch, moving it away from your body. Squaring your hips, so drawing that left hip towards your mat. Find that alignment, and then when you're ready, bow your chest down, maybe using a pillow to just surrender in. But if you do want a bit of deeper stretch, follow along as I bring my left foot in towards my left shoulder. Maybe reach that left arm back and wrap your left inner elbow around your left toes. Grab a clasp of your hands or grab your right wrist with your left arm. And then with an action of drawing that right shoulder forward, you're going to find you're able to square off your hips a little bit. And begin to breathe. Let your body just exist in this pose. Let your consciousness just be where it is. Let the emptiness of the mind just prevail. Even if your brain returns to feeling that this stretch is noticeable, don't be afraid to back off a little bit, but also be able to turn the focus away from the stretch and towards simplicity of your breath. Gently blink your eyes open. If you're in pigeon, feel free to rise on up. If you're in mermaid, feel free to release the bind of your hands, using your left hand to lower that left leg back to the ground. From here, we're just going to come through sort of a windshield wiper motion with our hips all the way to the back of our mat, pigeon on that left leg. Right leg extended out long behind you. Again, find your alignment in your pigeon. Maybe stay here. Maybe take a bolster and fold over. Or if you'd like to follow along with mermaid, bend that right knee in towards your right shoulder. And if you can, use your right elbow and find a bind. Find what's comfortable, play around until you reach that kind of moment and settle in. Gently blink your eyes open. If you had a bind, release. Rise on up out of your pigeon. Let that right leg just extend. When you're ready, pivot your hips so that you're in a butterfly position. Grabbing your toes with your hands, letting your hips splay out wide. Use the leverage on your toes. Just find a gentle arch in the lower belly, kind of like a cow position. Breathe in. And exhale, round and curl, protract the shoulders as if we're taking a cat pose. And we'll just go for 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And return to nice neutral position. Now we're just going to find a cross-legged position this time. Bring the palms of your hands onto the back of your neck, interlacing your fingers. Draw your elbows out wide, shoulder blades draw down and together. Lengthen through the neck, inhale. And exhale, gently lowering, bringing our elbows, drawing them in, protracting the shoulders. Maybe until our elbows rest on the ground. Maybe take a pillow or bolster under your chest here, as so. I'm just going to move the bolster for the sake of the audio for now. And as you find your chest drawing down, let your elbows fall out wide and let the palms on the back of your neck weigh with gravity. Let those palms sink into your neck, letting gravity do the work. I'm feeling just extra heavy in the head as you disengage the tension that we naturally hold in our neck especially. And breathe. Blink your eyes open. Undo the clasp of your hands and use your fingertips to ease on up. As you make your way out of your position, come on to your knees and sit on the backs of your heels. We're going to go into a reclined hero pose. So if it's more comfortable for you, maybe take a cushion beneath your back, beneath where your sit bones are, anywhere really that just feels comfortable for your back, depending on how much flexibility or perhaps pain that you have experienced in your spine and abdomen that wraps around from the front of your body to the back. For hero pose, take your ankles so that they're slightly wider than your hips. Your hips are just going to kind of settle in between, like you're creating like a little cocoon, a little hammock for your sit bones. And when you do that, find your length through the spine. And as you exhale, Gently walk onto your elbows and maybe stay here. Maybe that's enough. Or if you want more, lower all the way down, letting your palms splay to face up. And breathe. Imagine a ray of sunshine beaming down on you. Imagine a gentle breeze flowing all the way up your chest, over your forehead, letting your hair splay with the wind. Maybe stay here and continue to breathe. If you want a variation, when you're ready, blink your eyes open. Maybe grinning, maybe just feeling a little bit better than you did when you started practice. Use your fingertips to help you ease on up. Find a seat. Thank you so much for joining me for this yin yoga class. Namaste.